In today's video, we will be looking at 10 of the most unbelievable metal detector finds ever. Make sure you stay tuned for number 1. If it doesn't convince you that you should go buy a metal detector yourself, then nothing will. Let's begin, shall we? Number 10. The Boot of Cortez. Touted to be the largest gold nugget ever found in the Western Hemisphere, the Boot of Cortez is one of the most amazing and valuable things ever found by someone using a metal detector. It was found in 1989 around Caborca, quite near the Gran Desierto de Altar in Sonora, Mexico. It was here when a local Mexican prospector using a metal detector he bought from Radio Shack found this amazing treasure. This modern-day prospector wasn't out looking for buried treasure by accident. He purposefully chose the area of his research, an area that is known to have yielded gold nuggets before, and followed a grid pattern to organize his search. In the end, his meticulous planning and hard work proved fruitful. The Boot of Cortez is a massive nugget weighing at 389.4 ounces and is 10 3/4 inches high and 7 3/4 inches wide. It's also believed to be 94% pure gold. How much is it now, though? Well, no one really knows due to the fluctuating value of gold. The fact that it is also quite unique adds more value to it as well. The Boot of Cortez was displayed on the American Museum of National History from 2006 to 2007. Number 9. The Wesley Carrington Stash. While most men toil for years in order to amass a significant amount of wealth, for others, especially for one extremely lucky British man, it took only 20 minutes and his trusty metal detector to gain riches most of us could only imagine and envy. Wesley Carrington of Hertfordshire, England decided to take his brand new metal detector to a field near St. Albans for a bit of recreational treasure hunting. The very first few minutes turned out how a bit of spur-of-the-moment metal detecting would turn out as expected, with Carrington finding just a few things on the first beep and a half penny on the second beep. It was on the third beep when he found something that would change his life forever. Digging 7 inches below the ground, right on the spot where he detected his third beep, he found what looked like a gold coin with a Roman figure on it. Extremely excited by his find, he continued to dig and was able to collect 55 more gold coins by the end of the day. He stopped digging due to the failing light, but came back the next day, this time with a group of experts, and he then found 104 more gold coins. According to the BBC, this was the largest collection of Roman coins found in England and has estimated value of 156,000. Yeah, some people get all the luck. Number 8. The Ringle Mere Cup. You're already very lucky to find treasure while out metal detecting. You're considered even more lucky if the treasure you found also has historical significance. Such is the case of the Ringle Mere Cup. The cup was found by Cliff Bradshaw while using his metal detector in Ringle Mere Barrow, a place near Sandwich in Kent, England. He found the cup back in 2001, and although it was crushed by what is thought to be a plow, it was still a pretty valuable find. About 14 centimeters high with a rigid side, the cup was made of the finest gold. First thought to be a burial item as well. This meant that something that is buried along with the dead, and it was later concluded that it was an offering to the ancient gods and was dated back to between 1500 and 1700 BC. This is even more historically significant because it proves the existence of some form of religion in the area during that time period. The cup is now in possession of the British Museum, which reportedly paid Mr. Bradshaw $520,000 for the cup, who then in turn gave half to the owners of the field where he found the cup. Number 7. The Hand of Faith. Apparently the biggest gold nugget that still exists, the Hand of Faith was discovered by Kevin Hillier on September 26, 1980. While metal detecting near Wedderburn in Victoria, Australia, at 27 grams it remains the largest gold nugget found by using a metal detector. Kevin and his wife named the nugget the Hand of Faith due to the unusual circumstances in which they found the treasure. You see, 2 weeks before the discovery, Kevin had a dream that he would discover a huge gold nugget that was of unusual shape. So unusual, in fact, as soon as he woke up, he drew a sketch of the nugget, even having his friends sign and date the drawing for him. Quite predictably, the discovery of the nugget caused a huge media buzz. A press conference was held to formally announce the discovery, and it was even attended by the Premier of Victoria at the time. The Hand of Fate was sold for over $1 million at the Golden Nugget Casino and is now on permanent display in the Golden Nugget Casino Hotel in Biloxi, MS. Number 6. A ring on a finger. The next entry on our list is not for the squeamish, as it involves a severed body part. Back in 1995, an unknown man was using his metal detector in a field where the Battle of Little Bighorn occurred, expecting only to find the usual coins, buttons, and sometimes bullet fragments that are literally scattered around the area. He didn't expect to find something that would scare the living daylight out of anybody. As he dug the ground where he had detected something with his metal detector, he unearthed a ring, still attached to the finger that wore it. The rings, and subsequently the finger's owner, was later identified as Donald McIntosh. He was an officer of the U.S. 7th Cavalry Regiment who was present and unfortunately perished in the Battle of Little Bighorn in 1876. The ring now belongs to a private collection and is currently displayed in a private museum in Gary Owen, Montana. Number 5. A gold Celtic cross. What is it with England when it comes to amazing metal detector finds? It seems that every other significant metal detector find comes from this country. Case in point, this entry is just one of many incredible metal detecting finds that come from this country. In 2008, a treasure hunter using his metal detector found a Celtic cross made of pure gold. It is also studded with red gemstones and had an orifice that looked like it once held a relic. Measuring just over an inch long and is thought to have been worn as a pendant, but despite its small size, its value has been estimated to be over $30,000. It was found just 12 inches below the ground, buried in a field somewhere in Nottinghamshire. Understandably, the exact location of the find was never divulged to prevent looters from coming in at the dead of night to speculate. It is believed that there is still more treasure to be found in the location. Currently, the treasure hunter is negotiating with the British Museum, thinking that they would make a fine home for his amazing find. Number 4. A criminal's golden loot. A few maintenance workers in Switzerland were doing their dreary routine when somebody decided to use a metal detector, just to change things up a bit. They never expected what they would find, something that would thrust them into the world of crime and mystery. Just under a bush that they were clearing, they found a suspicious package. Not really thinking much about it, they decided to open the package to look at what lies inside. What they found really took them by surprise, to say the least. Inside the unassuming package were 10 gold ingots, whose total value was later revealed to be at $97,000. Judging from the way the package was hidden, it looked like it was deliberately put there. The gold was surrendered to the authorities and is currently looking for the ingots' owners. The weird thing is, nobody has reported stolen or lost gold recently. They admitted that currently everything about this discovery is a mystery. What will happen to the gold if the original owners couldn't be found? Will they remain with the authorities? Fortunately, no. Swiss law states that if the owners of the gold can't be found or no one comes out to provide proof that they are the true owners of the gold, the ones who found them will be the legal owners. Here's hoping that nobody comes forward to claim them, because those maintenance workers could probably use a little bit of cash. Number 3. From a long time ago, from a galaxy far, far away. Despite what the title says, no, someone did not find a buried hoard of Star Wars collectibles, but it does tie in quite nicely with this entry on our list. 13-year-old Jansen Lyons, a young metal detecting hobbyist, was trying to find what he can while metal detecting in an undisclosed location somewhere in Albuquerque, New Mexico. He's done this hundreds of times before and usually finds just mundane things such as rusty nails, empty tin cans, and the occasional old coin. On this day, however, he found something truly ancient and out of this world. Literally. He found a 10,000-year-old meteorite. What have you done with your life so far? Lyons and his mother sought the help of Carlo Agee, the director of the University of New Mexico Institute of Meteorics. As his job title suggests, he is the go-to guy when someone wants to find out if something is a meteor or is just a chunk of Earth rock. In this case, the chunk of rock that Lyon presented him was the real deal. According to Agee, finding a real meteorite on Earth is quite rare, much less finding one using a homemade metal detector. Lyons will be keeping the meteorite for himself, although he will be donating a small chunk of it to be displayed on a museum. Now it's time for today's best pick. As always, this image was sent to us by an avid subscriber, so if you want to contribute to one of our videos or just want to find out more about a photo that you came across online, feel free to send it over and we'll do all the research for you, and include it in an upcoming video. Number 2. A pirate's booty. Today's best pick photo is quite mysterious indeed. It depicts buried treasure, mostly gold, buried alongside a skeleton. One can definitely deduce that this is a pirate's buried treasure, buried alongside someone murdered to be the treasure's guardian spirit. This photo does look like it is too good to be true, and you're probably right on that one, actually. No matter how much I look into the origins of this photo, I just can't find any. But does that mean that finding a scenario like this is not possible? Well, not really. In fact, there has been a discovery much like this, although photographic evidence of it is quite impossible to find. However, there have been numerous accounts written about it. In 1952, Edward Rose Snow and a colleague of his unearthed with the help of a metal detector a stash of Portuguese and Spanish doubloons from the 18th century. They followed a mysterious map and was rewarded for their efforts. What makes this find similar to what we have on the photo? Snow discovered the treasure along with a skeleton that was even holding a bag of doubloons.
I saved the best for last, but first, I have a quick challenge that takes only 5 seconds to complete. If you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just try it, it really works.
Number 1. The Viking Hoard. In 2007, a hoard of Viking treasure lost for 1,000 years was finally found. Not by professional treasure hunters, no, but a father and some team of hobbyists using metal detectors. David and Andrew Wheeland were scanning a field that is just waiting to be plowed when they made this amazing discovery. Initially, they found fragments of lead sheeting used as casing to protect the treasure living inside. They then unearthed the pot itself. Inside it was a gaggle of coins and quite a few gold and silver items. Experts that examined the treasure believe that they might have been looted, with items looking like they came from different parts of Europe and even Asia. To date, this is the most valuable metal detector find ever, with the hoard given an estimated value of over $1 million. Which discovered treasure is your favorite? Let us know in the comments section below. Want to watch more videos on amazing discoveries? Click on any of the videos you see on the screen. As always, thanks for watching everybody. See you next time.